Got lost. Got lost in the mountain, and mountain rescue is trying to find me. Oh, it's kind of scary, man. Hello there, good morning. So it's actually the next day here down at the camp at Ben Lawyers. I did say I was going to catch up with you after the walk yesterday, but a bit of a plot twist in the hike. I had a bit of a problem, an emergency up at the summit there of Ben Lawyers. As you saw in the last clip of just how engulfed it was in mist, I couldn't really see that far ahead, and the weather was terrible. It was rainy and everything was soaking, and I was coming down at that point anyway. But from that video that you saw, that was me heading in the completely wrong direction, further into the mountains. I was looking. I have, I've done map reading skills. I had all that, but I just messed up. I took the wrong track coming off the summit, and it led me further in, and it was getting a bit late. So I ended up walking quite a distance, going up some peaks, and then further down into the mountain range. And for some reason, I managed to get 4G up on the hills there. So I got Google, and then Google showed me that I was heading in the wrong direction. So I knew I had to literally hug that path that I was on back to where I was at the summit. So when I did that, used up all of my energy, my stamina. I was dead, just trying to make it back to the summit. But I didn't recognise any of the features that I passed once I actually saw it come through the mist. So I panicked. I didn't know where I was going. I knew if I continued any further, I would have used up so much energy. My phone was a lot of battery. So I made a call to phone Mountain Rescue to see what they could do. I was stuck in this sort of ridge line of a couple of Munros up there. I needed to get back to Ben Lawyers summit to find the path. So after that, what happened was you call the police, you ask for mountain range, and then they told me to download this app with the remainder of my battery. And luckily I had 4G up there. They told me to download this app called 3 What Words, which took so long to download. I was shitting myself that it wasn't going to download. So it did download in the end, and it provided me with 3 words in my exact location. And then I had a call from Paul, who was a mountain rescuer based out in Falkirk, a brilliant guy who calms you down, speaks you through what to do. He had my location. He cross-referenced the words that I provided, and he knew exactly where I was. So he managed to guide me using my compass, and said basically go south, keep on that path, and go west. So every 10 minutes a lake would come through, and I'd press it to let him know where I was. It would tell him my phone location. And then after that, I was making my way down the hill out of the weather. I was soaking, had no energy, my legs were shaking. My phone was on like 15%, but thankfully I found my phone bank, my charger bank, in my rucksack that I was using for camping, and I never took it out. So that kept it alive, which was just amazing. And he had the 2 mountain rescue guys from Aberfeldy, I believe, called Johnny and Malky, who came onto the mountain itself to come meet me, and I couldn't be more thankful to see those guys. I felt bad that they came out for my mistakes, but definitely it was a welcome sight, and they were the most friendliest chaps there. Calmed me right down, had a good laugh, and I could be more thankful. So I took a long time getting off that hill. It was nearly, I nearly lost light. I was soaking, I was miserable, but I got down there eventually, back to camp, and that was an interesting experience. But it's just the fear that takes over up there once you just, I was so close to where I needed to be up there, but I just couldn't see it. Like, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't feel confident in the route that I was taking. My map, I couldn't read, was on my phone. I couldn't touch things on the phone to figure things out. I was just, I was coming a mess up there. But definitely the compass was a lifesaver, and that app, 3 What Words, I believe. Definitely get it if you want to do this kind of stuff. Really, that's the aim of the game right there. But on the hill itself, I was going to do this anyway. it was tough. It was as you saw in the videos, like the weather the whole way. It was tough. I wasn't as fit as I thought I was for this, and I struggled. But both physically definitely, but mentally as well. Normally I come out to do these walks to lift, to think things through, have a lighter way of thinking. Like I say in my videos, I always advocate for the outdoors and how it helps with mental health. But yesterday I couldn't seem to do that at all. I couldn't. I didn't have a good time on this hill. I'll be completely honest. I don't try to ever make my trips like an Instagrammable adventure sponsored by Visit Scotland. Sometimes they're just not good. And yesterday, before even the whole emergency part, it just wasn't that good. It was like, metaphorically, it was like a mist in my mind, you know, and I was completely covered by the mist. So it was both physically demanding, challenging. I was wet, I was soaking, it was hard. Mentally, I was just not thinking clearly at all. I was thinking things from that stresses from home that I have to think about. This didn't help me at this time. But I just would like to have said that in the video there, just to make sure that it's completely authentic in what I'm saying and what I'm doing. But that's not to say I won't come back here. I can see why on a nicer time this whole range is absolutely beautiful, and I would definitely like to come back in a better mindset and a better day to tackle it. Perhaps with people this time, you know, we'll avoid all that ridiculousness next time. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope you did enjoy coming along the journey with me, and I hope to see you in future videos. Thank you.